Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're outside of Smith Rock right now. We're with our friend Steven S. Dons on Instagram. We met him in San Diego and we met up with him here. So we're gonna check out his rig.
Yeah, cool. It was good to see you guys again. Like she said, I met you guys in San Diego. Kind of met the whole van life crew in San Diego, and they helped me get this. There's a previous video you guys helped me with getting the solar on the roof. Check out the rig though. So this is my truck. It's a 96 Tacoma. This is where I sleep. I sleep pretty well. I'm 6'2", and I can fully lay out in here. I've even slept 2 people in here before, and it's quite tight. But you kind of got to make use of the small space that you have. So if you take a look inside, let's open up some of these side panels. These are my favorite thing about this truck, just because it allows you to access everything from all angles. So you can see my clothes right here. If I don't want to crawl all the way in and open these drawers, I can just kind of access them right here through this side panel. And so I've got kind of random storage in here, mostly like cooking stuff and whatever I need. And then let's go to the other side. This is, I strung up this strap, and then I just have carabiners with I got climbing gear, I got shoes, I got hammocks, camera gear, we got backpacks. This is like got all my, anytime I'm going to the library or working on anything, I got my computer in there, hard drives, all kinds of stuff. This is kind of my day pack right here. And down in this crack, we've got some cooking stuff. That's where I keep my pots and pans, random miscellaneous stuff. We got a drone and a 2 pounds of rice right now. Waiting for that to dry out, see if it flies again. We got another drone right here in a backpack.
Vibrams.
Lots of Vibrams. Most of them are up on the rooftop thing because they get pretty stinky. I wear them a lot. So yeah, this is where the driving happens. So I bought this truck for $1,100. As you can see, the check engine light is constantly on. My friend that drove this a couple months ago drew a bunch of penises right here in the dirt. So mileage is stuck at 205. It was stuck at 4.2, and then halfway between 8 and 9. So in the last year that I bought this, I've only put about half a mile into this truck, which is pretty rad. This is where the airbag used to be. Seatbelt was cut and now is tied back together. I guess it was in a serious accident. But it drives. Nothing else works. The radio works. Air conditioning doesn't work. Blinker fluid doesn't work. The windshield wipers work. But yeah, it drives. It's pretty trusty. And it's not the safest vehicle to be driving around without an airbag, but live fast, die young. Drive slow though. All right, so the solar panel up front kind of feeds through down here and comes along these wires, comes down, and it actually goes underneath here to a 100 amp hour battery down there. This is a Yeti 400. This is about 33 amp hours. And so that one's about 3 times as much. So I can actually stick an inverter onto that 100 amp hour battery and charge this off of that. And then I've got my little charge controller right here that's got 2 USB plugs. I can charge directly off that. And then the thing about small spaces is you gotta kind of utilize space for multiple different purposes. So when I'm not sleeping, I kind of just fold that up like that, and then I have this space to cook food. This is where my cooler goes when I'm driving, and then when I'm sleeping, I usually toss the cooler up front, just so it's safe, because I hate someone to steal this off me. This is a pretty sweet cooler. It's a low watt Dometic 40 quart cooler. So it takes no ice. It runs directly off of my 100 amp hour battery under there. And So it's all charged just from the sun. And I usually eat the same thing every day, pretty much. Some form of like quesadillas or tortillas, breakfast sausage, peppers, onions, eggs, pork for dinner, broccoli, like sauteed vegetables, a lot of cheese, a lot of rice.
Good life.
Good.
Give you a question.
Mainly, I'd say the fridge. That's constantly powered for the most part. But I charge drone batteries, laptop. I don't usually run the laptop unless I really need to. I'll edit photos for a little bit, but if I'm really trying to do some serious editing, I'll usually try and go and find some Wi-Fi somewhere, just because the computers pull so much power. This Yeti 400 will last me probably 4 or 5 days if I'm just charging my lights or these little battery packs that I charge phones from, cameras from. It'll last a few days, but as soon as I plug my computer into that, I get about 3 or 4 hours of editing video on that. So it really sucks the power. So usually trying to find a shop for that. But yeah, charge everything off that. I've got quite a few electronics, and then one of my favorite things about this style of shell is that it has all these little support systems. So if you take a look at the roof under here, if you take a look at this roof, I've got a lot of storage up here. I've got these metal bins that I found at just like a home goods store and just zip tied them directly to that. So I mean, it took no screws, no fancy work at all. I just kind of zip tied it there, and allows me to have storage above my head and not really take up headroom, because I still have quite a bit of room in there. And then as you can see, I got tripods, axe, flashlight, a big old mirror that people love to take selfies in. But this mirror is kind of cool, because if I'm cooking dinner and I want to glance over at the mirror, I can see all you guys. I can see everything around me. So it's kind of like a little bit of security, which is nice. Another security I have is, besides like having like a machete right here and an axe right here, I've got a can of bear spray right here. So if someone pops up on me, I pop that down, psst, spray them. I got a gun under my pillow. I got another can of bear spray up there somewhere, because it can get a little sketchy when you're sleeping in Walmart parking lots, especially. Out here it's pretty safe, but Walmart parking lots are tweaker town. I was passing through Portland, Oregon last year for like an hour. I was just kind of passing through, hopped on Craigslist, found this roof box for $100, and it holds so much gear. I've got underwater housing. I'm not even gonna pull everything out, but I've got multiple backpacks, multiple ropes, tarps.
Probably couldn't do it without that.
No, definitely not. I mean, I've got paddles in here, all my dirty laundry, wetsuit, booties, winter gear. This thing holds a ton of stuff. So roof box is pretty key. And then having the solar on top of the roof box is pretty awesome too. This solar panel up there, I can kind of angle it. I should be parked the other way to angle it at the sun, but I wanted to wake up this morning and have the sun come in and warm me up before I got out of bed. But that keeps me charged up.
All right, Steven, so where can people find you?
Check me out on Instagram. I've got sdons, it's ES_DONS. I've also got a YouTube channel. I don't post as much as the kooks do, but it should be linked down in the description somewhere, or maybe a little like pop up like a bubble thing or something. I don't know how you guys do it, you YouTubers, but yeah, check out my work. Thanks for doing this. It's pretty awesome to see you guys again.
Yeah.
You're always holding it down, helping me out with living this lifestyle. It's a good life.
Yeah. Kooking out in your van.
Yeah.
Or in your truck, yeah. Not in your van. That's
Yeah.
it.
Truck life, hanging out with a bunch of van lifers.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, thumbs up if you like it, and give us some comments down below if you want to see other stuff. See you next time.